What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Welcome back to Resident Evil 4. This first bonus, we'll be taking a look at all the unlockables that you get after beating the main game. The first thing you'll probably notice is the background has changed. Instead of Leon carrying Ashley away from an explosion or whatever seems to be in the background, you now have just a panoramic shot of the entire first village that you go through. Kind of a nice touch. The next thing is, if you go to New Game, you'll notice there's a new difficulty setting. If you want a challenge, professional mode is the way to go. The next thing I want to look at, loading an old save. After you have finished the game, you get the option of cleared game. Reload it, and this is your first unlockable. When you beat the game your first time, you get Special Costume 1. You can play through the entire game with this, so I think, just to show it off, we're going to go ahead and select it. After you've selected your costume, you now get to visit the Merchant. You still have all the equipment you finished the game with. Upgrade it, sell it, buy new items. If you've completed a file and you've unlocked a new weapon, reload it and buy this brand new weapon. You have so many options available to you for New Game Plus. And here's our first new costume. Leon Kennedy sports his Raccoon Police Department uniform. Looks pretty good on him, especially with this updated version of Leon. I really like how it looks. And another bonus is you get to use all of the weapons you stopped with from the very beginning. The cool thing about the costumes is they actually show up in cutscenes. Well, excuse me, for most of them. Sir? Oh, and speaking of which, all the main characters got a little bit of a costume change. We've seen Leon's, here's Ashley's. She gets the pop star outfit. So just imagine Leon's her personal bodyguard, I guess? I mean, he already is for this game, but he's escorting this lovely pop star around, and he has to make sure the paparazzi doesn't take pictures of her. Sounds pretty good. Oh, and speaking of main characters and costumes, Ada also gets one. Unfortunately, she doesn't show up in the main game, but in cutscenes, you can do stuff like this.
Well, if it isn't the bitch in the red dress.
You might want to get your eyes checked, Krauser. She's wearing black. I always love that cutscene in the new costumes. Unfortunately, there's a caveat with these costumes. In the PS2 version and the Windows 07 version, the costumes don't do a damn thing in cutscenes. And it's really sad because PS2 was supposed to be the updated and better version, but PS2 version blows. I mean, the costumes still show up in the codec calls to Handgun, but oh, that's not good enough. You need to have them show up during cutscenes. That's the whole point of changing your outfit.
Thanks.
Okay. Back to professional mode. This mode is hard. From the very beginning, every enemy deals max damage. Half your health bar can be gone in one singular hit. The AI director also took a bump. The hardest the AI can be, that's where the default is for the AI director. Another thing, don't get trigger happy around the Merchant. He shows up at the first cutscene, and he always shows up in the second cutscene. But don't kill him. At least don't kill him again. He'll show up for these cutscenes because he has to, but in professional mode, if you kill him after that second cutscene where he appears, he's gone for good. You're stuck with the weapons you killed him with. You can no longer buy and sell, and you're out of luck. Oh, and just in case professional mode wasn't hard enough, the tactical vest is not in professional mode, so you are going to be hit for full damage the entire time. Let's take a look at the extras. A lot of stuff unlocked here. The first is bonuses. We'll just go down the line. The bonus video is, believe it or not, an advertisement for the rail shooter Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles, which came out on the Wii like a year later, or maybe it came out around the same time. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I played Umbrella Chronicles. But yeah, have a free ad in your Wii version of Resident Evil 4. I guess if you want to know what happens between Resident Evil 0, 1, and 3, and a little bit of extra on the top, you can play that. You can witness the end of Umbrella. I don't know. I like that game, but it's just weird, man. Playing a rail shooter. Of course, that's what the main thing the Wii was good for. It's a nice little distraction, I guess. The other thing in bonuses is the credits. Every version of Resident Evil 4 past the GameCube version will have its own credits for the port team. So I guess it's nice to give a round of applause to the people who brought you the best version of Resident Evil 4. Thank you, everybody, for making the Wii version. It's great. Continuing down the line, we get Separate Ways. I love this mode. Separate Ways is a separate story. You take control of Ada for a smaller campaign. It's a lot shorter than the main game, but you get to see what she was doing in the background. This is really cool. It ties some loose ends together, and you get to see what she was doing while Leon was off saving Ashley. Unfortunately, Separate Ways was added after the GameCube version. It's in the PS2 version onward. Still, it's nice that Capcom added a new character, a new route to play in a story, some new lore. Everything's new here, and it's a good addition. I like playing as Ada. She's awesome. The next thing is Assignment Ada. This is an extra that was in the original GameCube version and stayed for every single version. You get to play as Ada again, because she's the favorite apparently, and you get to play through a big majority of the island segment of the main game and collect Las Plagas samples. This is mainly a time trial thing. Collect 5 samples and get to the end, call your helicopter, and then you're done. There's really no story relevance, it's just a little extra. This next one is so much fun. The Mercenaries. It started in Resident Evil 3 and it just kept going, but Resident Evil 4's has the most fun by far. You have 5 different characters to choose from. You kill enemies in great succession, gain points, gain a counter, gain a combo meter, and you can just rack up the points. The main objective here is to get rankings at the end, 1 through 5 stars, and fight as many enemies as possible without dying and until the time runs out. It's a lot of fun. I definitely recommend if you can play any version of Mercenaries. It is so much fun. You also unlock the movie browser. If you want to look back on all those amazing cutscenes that you got to see, now's your chance. I don't think there's any missable ones. If there's some in-game cutscenes, they don't count those in here. It's mainly just the story-driven cutscenes that you'll see here. If you ever want to relive the best moments of Resident Evil 4, need a ride, handsome? Okay. After you beat Separate Ways, you actually unlock Ada's cutscenes as well. Just in case you were curious. Alright, that's all the main stuff. Now let's talk about weapons! Any version of Resident Evil 4 you beat, you unlock the Infinite Rocket Launcher and the Matilda. These are fantastic weapons, a little on the expensive side, but we'll get to that. This is just a nice little reward for beating the game, basically the developer saying, hey, good job. After beating Separate Ways in all versions but GameCube, you can unlock the Chicago Typewriter for your cleared save file. It's a fantastic weapon to unlock. It's very expensive, but again, we'll get to that. And kind of a cool thing, you can actually unlock it for Separate Ways. In all versions but GameCube, if you beat Assignment Ada, you can buy the Chicago Typewriter to play in Separate Ways for 300,000 pesetas. Not a bad deal. Now, if you are playing the GameCube version, just beat Assignment Ada and you'll unlock it. Speaking of Separate Ways, if you beat it and have a cleared game file, you can actually load up another cleared game, and you get another special costume. You can only unlock this by completing Separate Ways, but in the GameCube version, this didn't even exist, so don't even worry about it. We're going to take a look at this, but I just want to show the Chicago Typewriter is goddamn expensive. So is the Infinite Launcher. Both of them are 1 million pesetas. That's a nice chunk of change for infinite ammo and 10 firepower. Fire away Chicago style indeed. We'll take a look at that later. This is Special Costume 2. Again, not in the GameCube version, but in every version after GameCube. This is fantastic. You get Gangster Leon, which fits too perfectly. There is one bad thing about it. See this cutscene here? This is the only time you will see this costume in a cutscene. Yeah, you have the unfortunate side effect of, this is an awesome costume ported over from PS2, but it goes away during cutscenes. They didn't actually program it into the cutscenes. Same thing with Ashley's costume. And the thing is, Ashley's costume is great for Special 2, but it just doesn't show up in cutscenes, which makes a lot of sense because it would have been a nightmare to program something as funny as this. Still shows up in codec calls, though, which is a nice little detail.
It's Leon.
Ashley's costume, however, is an indestructible suit of armor. And when I say indestructible, she cannot be killed. Ever. You can shoot her, you can knife her, you can do whatever. You can drop boulders on her for all I care. She will not get hurt. She cannot take damage, and it is the best thing ever when you're playing professional mode. She also can't get taken away. She's too friggin' heavy. Here's a nice little detail when you're catching her. Speaking of heavy, oh god, my back. You can even have bosses attack her. You're not indestructible, but you never have to worry about her ever again. She can get picked up, thrown, squeezed. And in fact, a funny little detail here is El Gigante actually hurts his hand when trying to squeeze Ashley. After beating Mercenaries with all characters on all stages with 5-star rankings, you can unlock the hand cannon. This is the ultimate weapon of Resident Evil 4. It is one of the best weapons in the game. At least it was in the GameCube version. And then they introduced the PRL 412 laser. This is not in the GameCube version, but in every version after it. You beat professional mode, you get this. The ultimate weapon that kills anything. Trust me, you want this. And the bonus is, it's absolutely free. Now that we've unlocked every weapon, I had a special request to see all of the exclusives for every weapon, so why don't we go ahead and see this. Going into your first merchant, when you start up a cleared save, I'm going to show you just how expensive these are. So this is the first handgun, not too expensive to get the full exclusive, and it increases the firepower and critical rate. I'm also going to rebuy and just show special dialogues that the merchant is going to have for each of these weapons and fully upgrade them, again, to show you how much it would cost. The handgun's not too bad. When you fully upgrade the Red 9, it gets a big power boost. Watch that firepower jump to 6.5.
Thank you.
Now let's take a look. That's the handgun. The opening handgun that Leon starts with. It headshotted the first villager we saw. The best part is, if you know where to aim, you can just cap people left and right with the opening handgun. Not a bad gun. The Red 9. Give it the stock and it becomes even more powerful. Let's see how... Let's give it the Chainsaw Man test. This is what I like to base it on. What was that, 4 shots and the Chainsaw Man goes down?
A wise choice, mate.
The Punisher is a gun that I had for a very short while. Let's fully upgrade it. Let's see how much this is. It's not too bad of an ending firepower. It's got a good firing speed. It's pretty easy to reload. The capacity goes up to 28. And this exclusive is fantastic. The Punisher can now go through 5 targets. So if you have a crowd running towards you, it's blasting straight through them. The Blacktail, I believe I upgraded all the way, but I never got the exclusive. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we're looking at here. Increases the firepower beyond the weapon's threshold. It's getting a power boost of 4.5. So let's go ahead and give it the test. This is the Punisher. It's going through 5 targets, just as advertised. Not a bad exclusive, but then again, this isn't a handgun that I would normally get. Now for the Blacktail. Yeah, it just obliterated that Chainsaw Man, and it's a handgun. Let's try out the Matilda. This is the unlockable you get for beating the game. 3-round rapid-fire capability. Uses ammo. That's alright. I never did show off that the merchant has something interesting to say for the broken butterfly.
You'll know what I'm talking about.
Now it's time to fully upgrade the Matilda. Let's see. The firepower's not too bad. Firing speed's pretty good. Reload speed, capacity. The exclusive, it's an ammo upgrade. 100 shots. That's pretty good. Now let's see what the broken butterfly does. I've already fully upgraded this thing, but I never got the exclusive. It's looking pretty good, but give it a power boost in its exclusive. 50 caliber Magnum. With the Matilda, I would suggest if you want a crowd-clearing gun, this is the way to go. A 3-round burst with 100 shots at a time and being able to do a decent amount of damage, the Matilda is a great weapon for just getting people out of your way. And also, if you feel invincible, you can just waste ammo all over the place. Yeah, see, let's give an example. These guys are coming up behind me. Let's see how many I can take out just immediately. Oh, and also aim for the head. Heads just explode. People just jump out of the way. It's great. The Broken Butterfly actually has a Dirty Harry reference. Go ahead and make my day. I will. Let's see how good the Broken Butterfly is against the Chainsaw Man. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 shots. And that was from far away, too. So that 50 caliber increase in power really helps. Now we'll take a look at the Killer 7. Believe it or not, it is one of the only guns to not have an exclusive.
Thank you.
The regular shotgun actually has a pretty decent firepower. You can get the capacity all the way up here, 18 shots. Its exclusive, though, is very interesting. It keeps its firepower even from a faraway distance.
Thank you.
Destructive power from all distances? It does sound like a winner. Check this out. That was a kill shot. That was a kill shot. You were able to deal the same amount of damage as a point-blank shot from anywhere. Boom! Dead. Boom! The shotgun has a fantastic exclusive. I wish more guns had this, but then again, you wouldn't expect a simple shotgun to have an exclusive this good. The Killer 7, stable yet powerful .45 Magnum, makes a lot of sense. Not as powerful as a fully upgraded Broken Butterfly, but it still gets the job done. It took a few extra shots, but we won't hold it against it. It's based on a Capcom game. The Riot Gun, let's see what happens when you fully upgrade this. Got a pretty good reload speed, firing speed's pretty decent, good capacity. The exclusive increases its firepower to a big old 10. And the Striker increases the capacity to 100 shots. So now I can just waste ammo all over the place. Check this stuff out. Pretty good firepower, but 100 shots, I can stand to, waste a little bit of ammo. Seems like a lot of fun to just stand in one place and just revolve around and just shoot things. Even if they're not there. That window, screw it. Let's see. This guy, he's dead. A cow off in the distance, we could probably shoot that. The Riot Gun, however, it's effective at long distances. It has a little bit of the exclusive from the first shotgun, and it is definitely a lot more powerful. What was that, 3 shots? 3 or 4 shots from the Riot Gun? I'm noticing a pattern here. But yeah, the chainsaw guy didn't stand a chance. The next ones we are going to look at are rifles. This is the regular rifle. It's got pretty good firepower. And the exclusive increases its firepower even more. 30! That is quite a jump. And the regular rifle, this is one of my favorites, firing speed. If we take a look at this semi-auto rifle, it's faster than any other rifle. Listen to this. I think I've proved my point. The caliber bolt-action rifle is now extremely powerful, so let's give it the Chainsaw Man test. Just need to get these guys out of the way, and hopefully... Okay. Now, hopefully nobody shows up behind me. I used a flash grenade to make sure that those guys behind me wouldn't actually show up. Let's see if we can take them out. Hey, 4 shots! A rifle took down a Chainsaw Man. That's not bad at all. The next one is the TMP, which I never got this for. 1.8 as its firepower. That's ridiculous. And the mine thrower, here are the final stats, but the exclusive is oh so much fun. The mine throwers, homing darts. You can now shoot homing mines, and they go a long way. Well, let me give an example here. Here we are at the beginning of the village. I'm actually going to shoot from extremely far away, and the homing darts are just going to do their thing. So check this out. Right about, yeah, this is good enough. Boop, hit him. Oh, curved the bullet. Oh my god, it did curve. Look at him go. Oh, see those guys in the background? We're going to shoot them. And boop, I can't believe that hit. The homing darts, this is just for fun. It shouldn't be used for any strategic, use for battling enemies. It's just fun. And the TMP, now that it has an extremely high firepower and a large capacity, a lot of these enemies are going to go down in just a few shots. Think of it as Chicago Typewriter Mini. Chainsaw guys don't even stand a chance against a fully loaded TMP with stock. It feels so good to be powerful. Just for shits and giggles, we got 1,000,000 pesetas, might as well buy the infinite rocket launcher and see how it plays. But another weapon I want to pick up, because it's free,
Thank you.
the Plagas Removal Laser 412. This thing is gigantic, and it barely fits in your attaché case. But if you can fit it, oh my god.
Thank you.
Let's have some fun first with Ultimate Rocket Launcher, the Infinite Launcher. Shoot wherever you want. Boom! Boosh! As you can imagine, same attack power as a regular rocket launcher. Shoot it at a boss, it dies. But you can now shoot this at anything and never run out of fun rockets. The Plagas Removal Laser, on the other hand, is a very unique weapon, and I'm so glad it was added to the series. Anything that has Las Plagas is affected. But the thing is, you have to charge it first. If you charge it just a little bit, it acts as a flash grenade. So you don't have to fully charge it like this. But when you do, anything within close proximity of the laser immediately dies. And it hits multiple targets. Chainsaw Man, for example, instantly dead. Anything that is infected with Las Plagas dies in one hit. Even cows. In fact, you can kill a couple things with it, even inanimate objects. You just have to shoot. Fully charged lasers can break things, it can deflect things. Can't kill a dog, though, that's not allowed. In fact, you can do trick shots like this. Oh, that's nice. It can also deflect projectiles. Boop. That's a very unique selling point. Yeah, it can hit a lot of targets. The best thing is when you're fighting a boss that's infected with Las Plagas, just, you know, fully charge the laser. Doesn't work as a flash grenade, but fully charged. Boop. Yep, already halfway dead. Shoot the Plagas, instantly dies. In the PS2 version, however, it was a work in progress. It took a hell of a lot longer to charge the laser, and it only shot one beam. And it doesn't lock on either, so you have to hit your mark to immediately kill something. Works better on bosses, but if you're trying to go through with only the laser in the PS2 version, it sucks. It takes forever to charge the damn thing, and you can barely hit anything.
Stranger.
Now let's have some fun with the Chicago Typewriter. 1,000,000 pesetas, 10 firepower, and infinite ammo. This is what you should be working for your fun run. And I think we should actually use the gangster style outfit and see what we can do with the Chicago Typewriter. 45 caliber machine gun that fires infinite bullets. Fire away, Chicago style. Sounds like a blast. And actually, this outfit has a unique twist when you have the Chicago Typewriter equipped. If you actually try to reload, Leon adjusts his hat. The cool thing is, if you continuously do this and do it 4 times, there's a little Easter egg. Sweet. Another thing is, at random times, if you go to the pause menu, you can actually see Leon adjusting his hat, so that's another cool touch. One small detail is, the Chicago Typewriter only looks like a Tommy gun when you have the gangster costume equipped. When you're with bog standard Leon or his special costume 1, it looks completely different. And you can actually reload it, which is kind of fun. So, I love the small details added to just a costume. And then, of course, you get ultimate firepower. You can just shoot everywhere. If you're playing the Wii version, it just goes everywhere. And
No estés odiando. Get this over with, will you? No estés odiando. Get this
I can't
over
shoot
with, will
them.
you?
They're actually bitching at me
No estés odiando.
as I'm trying to
Get
shoot
this
them.
over with, will you? No estés odiando. Get this over with, will you?
Alright, fine. Well, screw you. I'll shoot above you. Let's go Chicago style on all of these infected people. They go down just looking at them funny. The Chicago Typewriter is the end-all. You can just fly through this game with so many bullets and so much infinite ammo. The Chainsaw Man went down in like 4 shots.
Stranger. What you need that for? Going hunting an elephant?
And now for the big motherfucker, the hand cannon.
Thank you.
A 50 caliber Magnum that has the highest firepower at 60. It costs a lot, even though it's a free gun, but it's exclusive. It's godlike. Increases the firepower and gives you infinite ammo.
Stranger.
99.9 firepower and infinite ammo. This is a world ender. And you get a special pose no matter what you are wearing. First of all, let's go ahead and reload. It's kind of cool that it has, reload a whole stock. But listen. It has so much recoil that Leon almost falls backwards. And it just sounds like you're shooting a cannon. Makes a lot of sense. Of course, the hand cannon just completely rinses everything. If you're going up against the boss, one-shot kills. No problem whatsoever. If you're going against a chainsaw man, one-shot kills. Not a problem at all. They think they have a chance. It's just, you gotta get the hand cannon. I mean, it takes a little while when you're playing Mercenaries, but trust me, you want to do it. And even if you don't get the infinite ammo, the hand cannon has its own unique ammo. You want to keep that in mind if you're doing a not infinite run. But it's just so much fun to just run around and just kill everybody. It fires infinite bullets. It's the best weapon in the game, bar none. Speaking of weapons, I forgot to show you one. The egg. You can actually equip eggs. I completely forgot to show this at the beginning of the Let's Play. Any egg you can equip, and they actually do something, not just restore health. So let's see if we can't throw this in. Excuse me, I'm trying to show off the egg. Let's see. Oh, it arcs. You can throw it in people's faces. I think it does like 1 hit point, so it's not going to kill anybody anytime soon, but you can actually throw an egg in a person's face, distract them, and kick them. It's a fun little thing you can do. It's not necessary, but there's all the weapons. Now that I have shown off every weapon in Resident Evil 4, I have a proposition for you. One of my original bonus ideas for this series was going to be do challenge runs for a bonus. Whether it be hand cannon only, Chicago Typewriter only, stuff like that. But then I got to thinking, the way I was going to do this was basically one long run, just so people don't accuse me of cheating or anything like that, but no commentary because it might take hours long, and that just didn't seem fun to me. So here's my idea. I still want to do a challenge run, but the thing is, I need somebody to help me commentate on it. I'm going to bring along Ultra Director Jester for that run of Resident Evil 4. But now I need to decide what challenge run to do. In the description, you'll see a straw poll. That straw poll will end when the final bonus of Resident Evil 4 goes up, and that'll decide what the special run is. He and I will commentate over it after I have it all recorded, and this will happen a lot later. It's not going to happen anytime soon, but it's something for the future. That's everything. We looked over everything you can unlock in Resident Evil 4, all the weapons, all the exclusives. So what's next? We still have to check out those side modes. I'm not just going to glance over them. Next time on Resident Evil 4, we're going to look at Assignment Ada, Separate Ways, and the Mercenaries. I will see you guys next time.